We talked about the New Orleans Saints, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees is an impending free agent. Will he remain with the New Orleans Saints? That's a big-time question. We'll get into some potential destinations in a matter of moments, but the current situation with Drew, what do you make of it?
Well, there's one big thing the Saints need to have happen, and if they can get an extension done before his contract voids on the first day of the new league year, they can kind of reshuffle some of that money that's about to hit the Saints cap. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, it's going to count $18 million. If they don't get it done before then, they got to essentially double up his dead cap and his new cap hit. So the Saints bring back Drew Brees. Don't be stupid. Yet there have been some reports, some more credible than others, that say, you know what? Maybe Brees isn't going to go back because there haven't been a ton of contract discussions quite yet. Now, that's not the worst thing in the world because we know they can get done in a hurry. But as we sit right now, I would be just a little bit concerned if I was a Saints fan about the future of one Drew Brees.
All right, folks, we're going to count you down from number 5 to number 1, the most likely destinations for Drew Brees. Let's take a look at number 5 here and check it in to start things off. The Arizona Cardinals, they are desperate for a quarterback, Tom. Desperate.
I just don't know why Brees would want to go to Arizona. I know that you are very much on the everyone's going to go to Arizona train when it comes to quarterback. Like every team, Arizona. Like I know they need a quarterback.
Mike McCoy?
Oh goody, oh goody. Oh my God, what a great reason to go play somewhere. I don't think you're going to see Brees end up in Arizona. They're going to have to go cheaper. I don't think Brees makes sense here as an option. I let you pick the 5th one, and you picked Arizona because of course you did.
Obviously, Tom, awkward situation in the draft order at number 15. They're not going to get the Mayfields and the Darnolds of the world.
Not going to happen.
We'll see what happens.
I will bet you a significant amount of beer that it's not going to happen.
Oh, I mean, they are at number 5, of course. We're not at number 1 yet, Tom, but we had to squeeze them in there. So the Arizona Cardinals check in to start things off in our rankings. Let's go to number 4. This team with a lot of salary cap space to play with. They may make a big-time run at Kirk Cousins, the Cleveland Browns.
Does Drew Brees want to go down as a hero in Cleveland? Because if it is, say, all right, Browns, give me a 2-year deal, $50 million per year, and I'll come play for you. And the Browns can actually afford that.
They can.
And it's not even that outlandish for me to say it. Like, he can be that type of quarterback money. And he can go, you know what? I will get you guys to the playoffs, I'll retire, and it'll be the best quarterback job ever. I took an 0-16 team, and I led them to the playoffs. Legacy. And if God forbid he wins the Super Bowl, oh my goodness, but it's not going to happen because why would he want to go to Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean,
hyped up the Browns there, and then I just pulled them right back down.
You really did, and I could see Kirk Cousins kind of falling into the blank check trap, if you will, and going to Cleveland, getting paid a lot of money, and, you know.
Look, all guys want to get paid, all guys want to win, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Brees to go to Cleveland. He can have more success elsewhere and still get paid a significant amount of money. As awesome as it would be to see, it's just not going to happen.
The Browns are number 4 on our list. Let's go to number 3, and if he were to go here, Tom, could certainly have a chance at winning a Super Bowl next season. The Minnesota Vikings, they have decisions to make with their quarterbacks.
Well, they got 3 free agents and then Kyle Sloter, who I don't mind as a backup, but is very raw, was one of the unheralded quarterbacks from last year. So with the Minnesota Vikings, it's not going to happen. Like it could happen, but I think Brees is going to say, you know what? Sorry, Minnesota. After what you guys did to me, I can't go join the enemy. This would very much be a Brett Favre 2.0. He goes and joins the enemy because that's what Minnesota is right now for the Saints. They had it. The Saints had it, and then they lost it. So for Brees to go from the team that beat him it's Kevin Durant-esque right there.
Hot take, Brees to the XFL.
Oh, my God, Cam, not again. You're going to get the YouTube commenters all riled up again.
Gotta love the YouTube commenters. Yeah, so Minnesota, look, we talked about it. They may franchise tag Case Keenum, may bring back Teddy Bridgewater on a 1- or 2-year deal. So it would be interesting to see, but I don't think Minnesota really would go down either. This team coming up at number 2 is a really, really interesting one because we know that the general manager is going to be very active in free agency. Let's take a look at number 2 now. The Denver Broncos. And, Tom, they're going to make a big-time run at Kirk Cousins. They're going to be a part of the Kirk Cousins sweepstakes and all that. But Brees in Denver playing for Bill Musgrave, the offensive coordinator there?
If Drew Brees actually decides to leave, and I think you can figure out based on the numbers here that, you know, that's not going to end up happening, Denver makes the most sense. You can take the Peyton Manning route, go take a fair market contract, get to be the star quarterback, have a great defense around him, make a lot of plays, and potentially win a Super Bowl. I wouldn't mind seeing John Elway and Drew Brees unite in Denver. I don't think the Raiders and Chiefs and Saints fans would like it very much.
Agreed.
But I wouldn't mind seeing it. But in the end, I think as we sit here with Drew Brees, I think we know where he's going to end up next year, Cam.
So there are the Denver Broncos. They're at number 2. David in the comment section, imagine if Brees went to Miami. Well, David,
irony, right?
That is a great segue because coming in at number 1 for Drew Brees, New Orleans Saints.
You got him.
I got him.
I think
I'm sorry,
too.
David.
Now, that would be funny because there was the shoulder injury and the Dolphins went with Dante Culpepper, and we know how that worked out. But in the end, I will be stunned if the New Orleans Saints do not get a deal done with Drew Brees. They have to get it done, I think, before that deadline, before the new league year, because otherwise, all of a sudden, you're adding on an extra $18 million. You have to pay him more to lose more cap space. Like, they'll get a deal done. Brees has said he doesn't want to leave. Now, I think the Saints are still keeping in mind, like, okay, we got to eat this dead money at some point, but with the year the Saints just had, their window is still open. So they're going to bring back Drew Brees. He's not going to leave the Saints. He's going to play for New Orleans, I think, for the rest of his NFL career, and I think he's going to have success doing it. He had a great year last year. Yeah, the yards and TDs weren't great, but he had a fantastic season. I think he's going to continue to be the same Drew Brees we all know and love. I want to see him win an MVP, maybe next year, but more likely probably not. He'll stick in New Orleans, and he's going to have a lot of success doing it. The Saints would be dumb to let him leave, and that's why I don't think that he's going to leave.
All right, there you go. Top destinations for Drew Brees, and unsurprisingly, the Saints are there at number 1. All right, folks, let's take a look at the full-on summary. As I said, Saints are at number 1, Denver Broncos at 2, Minnesota Vikings check in at 3, Cleveland Browns at 4, and the quarterback-hungry Arizona Cardinals at number 5.